The first fan theory is quite a doozy. It proposes that the Allspark was created by humans in the future, leading to the creation of the Transformers. Throughout the Michael Bay series, we have seen countless artifacts and weapons that defy our laws of physics. We even see there is a gun that can freeze time itself, with the ability to transport matter through space with the space bridge. This theory says that the Transformers also developed time-traveling capabilities. After decades of research that humans were able to conduct on the Allspark before the events of Transformers, we began to understand its technology even more. After it was destroyed, we saw the power in wielding a device like that, so we decided to build one. This idea is not as crazy as it sounds, because in Transformers Age of Extinction, we see that humans are capable of building Transformers. It would make sense that with time, we would be able to create the Allspark itself. This would also explain why they are shaped like humans. We have seen different aliens in the universe, and they are quite different from us. There is also the fact that they speak our languages, and they are able to transform into human vehicles. It is said that the Allspark is of unknown origin, so there is room in the canon for humans to have a bigger place in this story than we initially thought. It would also make sense why the Transformers love coming to Earth and blowing our stuff up. There are a lot of words thrown out when discussing Michael Bay and his films. He is known for his loud explosions, spinning camera shots, and high-energy characters. He is definitely not known for making films that make an audience think too hard, or is he? This next theory questions if Transformer: Age of Extinction was actually about Bay's view on the failure of the American dream. When analyzing the content of the story, it may not be as wild as it sounds. The film centers around a failing Texan inventor who is shown to have quite the engineering know-how. Despite that, he is still going through scrapyards to find parts for his inventions. His employer is shown to be aloof and lazy, yet seems to be in a better financial situation than Wahlberg's character. This represents the struggle of starting your own business, as well as the ease and comfort of joining a business rather than creating your own. Then there is how the government is represented. The CIA commander, played by Kelsey Grammer, is seen to be a cold and calculating person, not caring for human collateral damage and even prioritizing private mercenaries and companies over the government institutions that we have seen previously. You can even look at how China has influence on the film, having the story jarringly move the story for no real reason. With this new insight, it is definitely something to look out for whenever you rewatch the fourth film. There has been no confirmation by Bay or anyone on the filmmaking team that this is true. However, when looking at Bay's previous work and his very patriotic viewpoints, it is not the most outrageous thing in the world.
'Cause I'm coming for you.
The Bumblebee film was meant as a soft reboot for the franchise. While you could technically connect them, it was meant as a launching pad for a new continuity. This theory proposed that John Cena's character may be more important to the franchise than we first thought. This comes from the sequel, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. A post-credit scene even confirmed that this world was crossing over with another popular toy-based franchise, G.I. Joe's. This opened the floodgates to different theories of what could happen next. However, there is one potential when looking at the past. Could John Cena's character be Duke from G.I. Joe? His character's name in Bumblebee is Agent Burns. However, this could quickly be retconned with a line or two of dialogue. This would tie him into the Autobots' first contact with humans, and would also give him first-hand knowledge of how they work and who's on their side. Having Cena be the face of a Transformers/G.I. Joe crossover movie would be a perfect choice for both the studio and audiences, allowing him to break free from the Fast and Furious franchise to have something he can helm alone. And come on, are you trying to say that John Cena riding Optimus Prime into battle wouldn't be the coolest thing ever? I think not. Sam Witwicky was the hero of the first 3 Transformers films, defeating Megatron and Starscream. His importance in those films made his disappearance from the franchise quite odd. There is a theory explaining where he went, and it's a bit of a tragic one. One of the main antagonists of the 4th entry was a private mercenary group known as Cemetery Wind. They work with the Lockdown to hunt down the remaining Autobots. We see them effectively take out Ratchet at the beginning of the film, and it is understood that their attacks sent Optimus into hiding. With these giant Autobots having trouble with this group, this theory proposes that Sam was another casualty of Cemetery Wind. We see that their goal is to get rid of anything to do with Transformers. It would make sense for the group to go after the one human with the biggest connection with the Autobots. Sam has also proven he is able to work with them effectively, making him a target of the Transformer extermination. This could also explain Bumblebee's change in attitude during these last 2 films. After losing one of his closest comrades as well as his fellow Autobots, it would make sense that he would change into a more aggressive character. One theory that has to do with Michael Bay's version of Optimus Prime might be silly at first, but give it a chance. The main villain in the soft reboot Transformers, Rise of the Beasts is Scourge, who we find is working for Unicron. Scourge's origin is never explained outright, only that he is an unkillable leader of the Terracons. This lack of a true origin has made some fans believe that he is actually a potential future version of Michael Bay's Optimus Prime. This theory comes off the back of years of complaints to Bay over the way he handles the Autobots, and specifically Optimus. He is much more of a battle-crazed lunatic by the end of The Last Knight. Because of that, the theory is Unicron pulls that Optimus from a potential future and uses him to make a new type of Transformer. Perhaps after years of being betrayed and killed by humans, he finally snapped, and Unicron used that snap to his advantage. The powers showcased by Unicron in the Rise of the Beast film are vast. Who is to say the planet-sized robot couldn't skip through time and recruit some defecting Autobots? There is nothing near a confirmation for this, and mostly comes off the back of fans' disapproval of the portrayal of specific characters. But hey, stranger things have happened. The last theory has to do with the leader of the Decepticons, Megatron. Despite what the Bay films like to show us, he might not actually be the menace we think he is. While it is true that Megatron does have a certain distaste for humanity, when looking at it through a Transformer's point of view, he is merely fighting for their survival. This theory proposes that Megatron started as a much more reasonable Transformer on Cybertron, simply wanting the planet to be safe. However, through his passion, he was manipulated by the likes of the Fallen and Sentinel Prime. They took Megatron's passion and turned it into their will. Many times throughout the series, we hear Megatron say to Optimus that they were brothers. While some took this as a hint to their origins, this could mean much more in the context of the story. Many have pointed out Optimus's decline throughout the films, going further into a state of vengeance and violence as he progresses. This could be a hint at who Optimus was on Cybertron and why Megatron felt he needed to oppose him. We admit this theory is reaching a bit, but in an age where anti-heroes are all the rage, this could be the Transformers equivalent of a misunderstood hero. The live-action Transformers films, specifically the Michael Bay outings, are still debated to this day. Whether you love them or hate them, there is a certain level of respect that has been gained for just how insane they are. Considering the source material was a 30-minute commercial to sell toys to kids, these overstuffed films have a bit of charm to them, which is what led to all of these wacky theories. What do you think of our theories? Do you have any of your own? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching Screen Rant, and we'll catch you next time.